What is up, good people? This is Breeze coming through with another Breeze breakdown. Today, I'm going to be talking about Javion Cohen, the transfer portal addition that the Miami Hurricanes picked up. He is a former member of the Alabama Crimson Tide, where he started in 25 games, which always a big deal. If you can get a starter from Alabama, usually you got a lot there that's left on the bone with those type of kids. Started 25 games. He's a 6'4", 305-pound guard. Started at left guard, which is the blind side, so that's super important. A lot of responsibility that goes along with playing that position. In those 25 games that he started, PFF doesn't credit him for any sacks. Kind of hard to believe that. I think the kid is legit. I don't know if he's that legit. When you look at the Alabama football news, they credit him with giving up 1.5 sacks on the season, along with 4 quarterback pressures and 4 quarterback hits. Started 10 games this season. If all you gave up was 1.5 sacks, 4 pressures, I'll take that. That's pretty good. Alabama plays in the SEC West. That's supposed to be considered one of the best divisions in all of college football. So if you started 10 games, you only gave up 1.5 sacks, kind of all right with me. What I wanted to do was I wanted to pull out some of his film to take a look at who is the player. What are we really getting? You know, the measurables sound great. The 25 games sound great. But what does it look like in live game action, play to play? I pulled out some of the plays that really stood out to me. I don't really show his pass blocking. He grades really, really high as far as his pass blocking goes. He's long at that 6'4". He's got really long arms. He locks out really good. He's got that knockback ability, or also that recoil where he can take the defender's punch, kind of reset, regather, and then hold his ground. He does that really, really well. There's some other things I really want to show though. So the clips I'm going to pull out, they show that length in the arms, but more importantly, I'm going to talk about things like hat placement. If you listen to Mario Cristobal, he's always talking about offensive lineman hat placement. It's a really big deal. It matters about your ability to move people or hold up when people are trying to rush you. We're going to look at how does he look in space? Can he move his feet? Can he pop off the line and get where he needs to be in front of a defender to make a play? I'm going to show a couple of really good examples where he does that fantastically. And also, is he aware? Does he know what's going on? And can he react if he does get beat? Because as any offensive lineman knows, you're going to get beat sometimes. How do you react to it when it happens? Going to look into all of that. Let's dive into the film. Let's see what it says. So the first clip we're going to look at is here in the first quarter, again in the Texas A&M game. What's going to happen is Alabama is running a zone read to the field side. So down here, they're running the zone read this way. They're going to be reading this D in. What they're going to do is they're going to wrap the left guard, Javion, he's lined up here, and the left tackle. They're both going to wrap to the other side of the field just in case Justin Milroe, the quarterback, decides to keep it, which in this instance, he actually does. The thing we're looking at for Javion, the reason why I really wanted to show this play was, one, his ability to pop off the line and get to the other side of the field. His assignment is this guy. That guy is already lined up at the line of scrimmage. But watch what happens when the play goes. Javion's going to get over there so fast that DN never even gets across the line of scrimmage. Before he knows it, he's got Javion right in his face, engaged, and then the hat placement. Again, he's running to his right, and he's got to block a guy who's going to be trying to get downhill and disrupt this play. Watch how Javion gets his hands on him, and he's going to drive him back this way, away from the play, as Justin Milroe takes the ball and then goes to the boundary. Let's watch how the play develops. There's that wrap, bang. Nah, watch it again. Watch it again. Bang. The DN never even got. Look at that. The DN never even crossed the line of scrimmage. Javion's there. He gets his hips turned. He gets that hat place, shoulder square right in front of the DN. DN's trying to reach. It's already too late, big dog. It's already too late. He's already got you. He's lined you up. And then all he does is finish him off. Man, that's beautiful work. Bang, engage, drive him, push him away from the field. Now, if only 54 was just as good popping up the line, Might have been able to get better yardage on this play. Justin Milrow makes a little something out of nothing. But man, that's a great job popping off the line, getting across, getting to your assignment, getting the hat placed in the right spot, drive the man away from the play. Here's another play where again Javion is having to move his feet. He's having to go play out in space a little bit more. What's happening is Alabama moves number 17, which I believe is JoJo Earl. They move him from the near side or the strong side. They're going to move him up here into a trip set. What they're trying to do, normally you're trying to do is show that Tennessee is in man, and then this corner will go with him. And then now you really got numbers down here to the bottom. They're in zone though, so the corner's actually just going to slide and he's going to sit. What Alabama's going to do is it's going to be a handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs. They're going to pull Javion. So here he is here. He's going to pop out. He's going to pull, and he's got to get to this corner. He's got to take that guy out to play. Because right now, that guy is completely there to make a play when this run comes out wide. Again, watch how he quickly popped off the ball as soon as it snapped. He's moving, showing his athleticism, and he's going to get to that corner, and he's kind of just going to ruin his day a little bit. Watch how he does this. Boom, fires the ball, bang, bro, get out of here. Hold on, wait, pop off the ball, moving, bang, bro. Hey, yo, my guy. I don't know. Shout out to you for even trying, but you never had a chance, man. You never had a chance. Pops off the ball, bang, drives him again. If only the other guy who's rapping, so they also wrap the right guard. He doesn't get there in time. Linebacker crashes down, blows up the play. But Javion gets across, handles his business, showing that athleticism, showing that ability to play in space, get right where you need to be. That hat placement, less of a deal when you're an offensive lineman and you're blocking a DB. But he does do really well. Say that hat is off to the side. He can really get his shoulder right into almost the chest of the defender, and he can really just drive through him. That's exactly what he does. He does his job. Not everybody else does theirs, but hey, man, you can only do you. I'm not even going to say a whole lot on this one. I'm going to just let the film talk. You're going to get multiple angles on it. Javion's right here, left guard spot. This is his assignment. Enjoy. No. Do it again. Get out of here. Hey, no, man. Hold on, Javion. Hold on. What you did? Hey, get out the club, big dog. They told me to get you up out of here, big dog. Say I really enjoyed the fact that he kept his hands inside. You really can see it on this one. So you see the hands, keeps the hands inside because what could happen is you get the bear hug thing that happens because the DN is kind of driving his shoulder into Javion's chest. So you kind of got to be careful as an offensive lineman to make sure you don't get a hold call. Does a good job keeping his hands inside. Go get out the club, dog. Get out. This was another play that jumped off the film for me when I was watching Javion, particularly because Mario Cristobal and Alex Mirabal are really big on combo blocks. And as a lineman, you really got to know how to do it because your hat placement, your hand placement has to be important as you work along with the other lineman who's blocking with you on that combo. And then in this example, on a stretch play, you got to know when to leave that combo and then get up ahead of the run so you can really create that alley. So if you can keep the guy you're blocking at bay at first while your help comes with the combo, and then almost kind of pass that off or leave that defender to be blocked by that combo offensive lineman blocking with you, to then now go and take somebody else, you really can be effective in your combo blocking. And that's why Mario loves it so much. In this example, Alabama's going to run a stretch play down to up to the top of the field. We'll call it the boundary. Here's Javion again in his usual left guard spot. He's going to combo block with the center, but he's going to carry it, and then eventually he's going to let it go and he's going to go grab one of those DBs and make sure that they can't make the play. Watch how he does it. And we're going to get two angles on it. I really like this one. This ends up going for a big run for Jahmyr Gibbs. And Javion, to me, was a really, really big deal on why this big play was able to happen. Watch how he does it. So he's driving combo, boom. You can't make a play. That creates an alley, and Jahmyr's off to the races. Bang, combo, push him out the way, alley, he's off to the races. One more time. See that combo? He's got his hat to the outside. And when we get the other angle, you'll really, really get to see it even better. How he got his hat to the outside of that D tackle while the center comes across. You see all the linemen are driving that way. So he knows that center's coming off his right hip. He gets to the outside of that D tackle. Together they push him out. Javion's going to let him go. And he's going to go push that DB out the way. Here's off to the races. Again, this one I really, really liked. And then as we switch, you're going to get to see it from the backside camera. And you really get a good feel for exactly how he did it, how he carried the block out. So here you go. So now you see that overhead angle. You see him where he is. The first punch, see where his head is? He's already looking up. He's going to carry this block out because he knows that center's coming, but you got to give him a second, right? If he lets go and he takes off too fast, that center can now get beat this way. But if he carries it out, they push, they combo block together, the center can get it, work his way over. Now he's got that block taken care of, and then Javion can go get up the field. And that's exactly what happened. Boom, let him go. Center's fine. Look at that. That D tackle's completely out the play. Now I can go get one of those DBs out the way. There's no way he's getting around me. Jahmyr Gibbs off to the races. Let's look at it one more time. Bang, combo, hold it. 56 was able to get his hips around, or 58, my bad. That's 56. Comes across, gets his hips around, so now he can seal off that defensive tackle. Javion engaged, kept that right arm engaged. All right, you're cool, you're good to go. Let me go get this other guy. Bang. Jahmyr Gibbs off to the races. Man, any running back worth his salt can run through that alley, and that's a guaranteed 15 yards at least. That's a really good job of carrying out that combo block, knowing when to release it, knowing who to go get after that to really create a nice big alleyway for the running back to run through it. I wanted to jump back over to the Tennessee game for one more clip. And I like this play because he actually gets beat. Javion gets beat on this play, but he's able to get just enough of the D tackle to make sure that he can't make a play. The defender is gonna make a really good move on Javion. Javion's trying to move wide. The guy makes a really good move on him and actually beats him, but he's able to get just enough. That's part of that being crafty. That's part of that being experienced where even if I'm beat, I'm not entirely beat. I can still do just enough to make sure that you can't make the play. And it also kind of shows something that the next clip, which will be my final clip, will show that Javion does a really good job of using guys' momentum against them. This one, not so much, just a little bit. But on the next one, it'll really show it. This more so is about him getting beat, but still being heady and crafty enough to make the play. There's going to be another run play going to the boundary. All the old linemen are pulling. A couple of guys actually get beat. Now, particularly Javion, though, really needs to make sure his guys in there so that Jahmyr Gibbs has a place to run. Again, he does just enough. It's not a great rep. This is not something you want in your highlight tape, but I liked it because he was able to get just enough of the guy so the guy can't make the play. Watch how he does it. Boom, guys beat. A little bit of a tug, a little handsy, you know. Just enough of 90. Just enough of 90. You can't make the play. Just enough. Boom. Oh, and actually, that wasn't Jahmyr. I believe that's Jason McClellan. Just enough of him gets that one hand, then that hand. Ref, he could throw the whistle on the hole, but come on, man. This big boy ball, you can't call that one. 90, can't make the play. Running back is able to get through the hole. Not the way you draw it up, not the way it's supposed to look. But even though he got beat, he was able to do just enough to make sure that his man did make a play in the back. All right, so this is going to be the last play that we look at for Javion. I really, really like this one. This isn't something that you normally see. You don't see it very often at the college level. It takes a very aware offensive lineman to know when to pull it off. And what it is, it's the slingshot technique. And if you're not a, offensive line person like that, you're probably thinking, what does that even mean? Essentially, what you're trying to do is you're going to use a defender's momentum against him. So when you're an offensive lineman and you're trying to play against a lineman and you're being asked to get to a certain spot before a lineman gets there, it doesn't always happen that way, especially if you're going against highly talented D linemen. They're going to beat you to the spot sometime. And so, as a backup option, when the situation shows it, you can use what's called the slingshot technique. What essentially happens is you're going to get one hand on the front of the defender, kind of pulling him in the direction you want to go. You're going to use your other hand to kind of push him in that same direction. He already needs to be moving that way. That's how you kind of avoid a holding call on it because the defender's already going that way. You're just going to make him go that way more than he wants to. It's called the slingshot technique, and it's used when you're trying to get across the face of a defender and you're unable to. And so now you got to do something at the last minute to kind of make up for the fact that you did not get where you wanted to be. You didn't get that hat placement how you would like to. So this is an example of that. Again, Javion's here at the left guard spot. His assignment is actually this DN who's playing 3 tech right now. The play is going that way, and it happens so fast. Even somebody athletic with good feet like Javion, he couldn't get there, but he employed that slingshot technique, and he was able to make sure that that guy did make a play on the ball carrier. Watch how he does that. I think this is really, really cool. It's a little nerdy. See it again, watch him. He's going to grab him, boom. One hand in the front, one hand on the back of him, and push him in the direction he's already going, right? Using his own momentum against him. So now instead of him being able to plant and move that way to go chase the back, well, now you've aided him further up this way, and now he's behind the play, and he's completely out of it. Man, now that's the same 35 he ragged off earlier in this game. Now he's using his momentum against him, right? Because he wasn't able to get into that hat placement position to block him the way he wanted. Man, that's really good stuff. That's next level stuff. That's type stuff you see on NFL. That's the type of stuff you see from Bakhtiari and guys like that. When they get beat, doesn't mean the play is over. It doesn't mean that you've completely beat them. You might have won the first step, but then they can do certain things like this to win the second step, and now they keep you from making a play. So all in all, what do I think about Javion Cohen? I think there's a reason he was the #1 offensive lineman in the transfer portal. This kid is good. I mean, if you're going to start 25 games for Nick Saban and be part of a program that has recently won a national championship while you were there, you definitely know what you're doing. You've got the athletic ability, you've got the talent, you've been in that strength and conditioning program that churns out NFL talent every single year. Physically, he's ready. The mental part is usually a big part for an offensive lineman. As we saw on that last clip, multiple clips, mentally he's got it. He knows what he's doing. He understands what the offense is trying to do. He understands what defenses are doing to counteract what they're trying to do. He's got the awareness during the play to, even if he gets beat for a second, he can recover and still make a play and still be effective. I think Miami is getting a really, really good offensive lineman, immediate impact guy, day one starter. I would be floored if he's not starting at the left guard position the very first game for Miami. Can't wait for this kid to get on campus. I think he's going to have a really good impact on the other guys in the offensive line room as well. He's a leader. He's got a really big personality, which is really cool. Sometimes people think offensive linemen are just like Frankenstein, especially, the big guys like this, the interior offensive lineman. He's got a lot of personality. I think he's going to be a great leader. He's going to be a great voice, and he's going to be able to help bring along some of those 5-star recruits we just brought in, as well as some of the young guys like a Nez Cooper and even a guy like a Jalen Rivers who is still seasoning, still getting better, still got a lot to learn, but has a ton of potential. Great ad for Mario. Great ad for Miami. I can't wait to watch Mr. Javion Cohen in the orange and green.